All right, I'm gonna try to go over some R&B chords before I go to bed. Quick lesson. I'm gonna be using this song by Maxwell, "Pretty Wings," just the beginning part to give you an idea of how I approach a lot of R&B tunes. I think the song is in the key of E. And something good to know is the pentatonic scale, the major pentatonic scale, which is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1 in the key of E. So it's E, F sharp, G sharp, B, C sharp, and back to E. And to also be able to do these kind of movements. So you have to be able to control your hand and hold one note while moving other notes in between. It pretty much sounds like this and looks like this. So if I pick the 5 to hold, I might want to go down a 4th. All right, I play these first 2 notes together, and while holding that top B, go ahead and roll up to the G sharp. You hear this in a lot of gospel, R&B, neo soul, and things like that. You can pretty much pick any note, and it's good to use the pentatonic scale because the good thing about pentatonic, everything sounds good. Everything, like you can be playing a progression 5-1-4, right? It just makes you sound good, without even really trying, especially when you add these held notes. So I'll pick a random note of the pentatonic scale. So that's the 3rd, right? And I'm rolling from the 6 to the 7, even though the 7th isn't in the pentatonic scale. Sometimes you can cheat. Now the 5, the 6. It doesn't always sound good to skip notes like that, but you can. Back to the 1. So this is the holding the 1 and playing the bottom note, the 5, and rolling up to the 6. Okay, and so the purpose of that is to get used to those movements, because in a lot of R&B, you hear guys, it's a lot of rolling going on. Now what I just did, I'm holding that 2. This could actually, this could serve as your C sharp minor 7. You have your 1, your 5, your 7, your 1, and your 4, which is your 11. Only thing you're missing is your 3. Which you'll notice a lot of times you don't need. R&B and hip hop, so it's all about simplicity and really just the feeling of it all. And sometimes I connect more with the music when it's simple. Like for this A major 7, instead of doing, which sounds a little bit too full, I might just want to do. That feels better to me than doing. I'd rather give it some space. I'm using my rolled notes. Okay, so applying that to Pretty Wings. So what I just did there, I went to the first chord of C sharp minor 7. And I just picked notes that I like, and I roll them. I roll the 2 to 3, that usually sounds good. And keeping the melody in mind, keep the melody up top. 4th intervals tend to sound nice. So this is A major 7. I still have my 1 and my 7. But in my right hand, I'm free to use some different extensions. I have my 3rd, and my what's this, the 13th? But I'm rolling from the 2 to the 3. So that's the second chord. Now this A flat minor 7 is next, right? You kind of want to roll all of your chords, just about, to give it that true R&B flavor. Right, I'm rolling from the 7 to the 1. And now to get back to this, you gotta go back to the 4. My 13 again, or I can play it up here with the 9 up top and rolling the 6 to the 7. Okay, so I mean, it's really important to know that you can use any chord tone and any part of your pentatonic scale to accentuate some of these chords and make it sound better and make it feel better. So without saying too much, I'm just gonna play through the chord changes and I'm gonna feel it a little bit. And if I come across something that I think is worth talking about, that you might be able to benefit from, then I will stop. All right, so just to review, the chords are C sharp minor, then you go from A flat minor 7 to A major 7, you go back down to A flat minor 7, back up to A major 7. R&B does that a lot. 4 to 3 to 3 to 4 to 3 to 6 to 2. We use a lot of those chords. And then you go to the 1, major 1. And then same movement again, 3 to 4. And then back down to 3. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to feel it. Not like that. Just straight up pentatonic. Also, something that's important, you can't really be rhythmically challenged, because part of your plan as a keyboardist, you have to be a percussionist as well, right? So when I did that pop up here, that's like the snare, right? So I'm gonna try to play it again, and I'm gonna add some snare into it so you can feel the backbeat. So you're gonna hear the downbeat sometimes, and then you're gonna hear the backbeat. So first chord, that's a snare. So I kind of accent on my backbeat so that you can feel it more without a drummer or even with a drummer. Sometimes if you have a drummer, you can just hold the chords and just do something like, time will tell the real end of our trials. One day there'll be no remnants, no trace, no residual feelings within you. One day you won't remember. So something like that. You can play around with different things like that, but something that can really go with you to a lot of different genres, not just R&B, but also like gospel, neo soul, and pop, is learning how to roll these chords and then getting creative with it, and not necessarily following a certain pattern. You know, some students will ask, like, so which chords do I roll? Which notes do I roll? And it's really up to you. Like, you can even go extreme. You can do like different intervals. And it doesn't always have to be the bottom two. You can do something like that. All of this is in the key of E. That's kind of like a gospel thing. I just learned how to do this. Where you roll up to the 7 in your left hand. This is a B dominant 7. And then you kind of like, when you play the 3, the 6, and the 9 in your right hand. I can't remember who taught me that, but I use it all the time because it's a nice way to voice the 5 chord. And you don't really end with the bass. You just leave the bass open and have the 3 on the bottom. What's that chord again? This is kind of cool. So a lot of times you want to create melodies within your chords. So instead of just playing the chords, you can create a melody within that, maybe even just using the pentatonic scale and not necessarily following the time will tell the real. You can do your own melody too. So let's pretend like somebody's singing, and I'm gonna create my own melody underneath of that, but not too much to where as though it overbears the vocalist. It'll be something like this. Some of that is sloppy, but it gives it kind of like its own thing. Like the keyboardist is over here setting up its own groove. I don't know what's up with my grammar today. I can't talk, but you want to create little motifs. So the one I just created was, what was it? I guess I kind of borrowed from the melody. Time will tell the real, and so you can play with little pieces of the melody, and it adds more impact. Sloppy, I need to go to sleep, but this is pretty much a way to approach an R&B sound, pentatonics. And then you can stray away from the pentatonic when you want to. And you can still use your 5s to get to the 4, 2 5s. Tell the real end of our trials. If you want to get to this 3, one day there'll be no remnants, no trace. That was a 1 dominant 7 to get to the 4. No residual 5 1. Feelings within you, one day you won't remember. Okay, this is the 7 dominant 7 to get to the 3. You know, it doesn't help that this is my least favorite key. Playing in E. You know, most people we like E flat. Like if I was playing an E flat, I could play a little bit better. But sometimes you gotta challenge yourself to playing these stupid keys. Oh, another thing that helps when thinking about R&B, I like to hear like a electric guitar. Like I love how R&B guitarists, they play and then they got the wah-wah or the whammy, whatever it's called, and it just makes it sound so sweet. A lot of times they do these hammer-ons and pull-offs, and that's essentially what these are. It's a hammer-on and a pull-off. So as a keyboardist, or at least I can speak for myself, I try to imitate that. Not consciously, I just hear that sound so often on R&B tunes that I just wanna create it. You know? What else can I say about this song? You gotta be able to let go and go into a emotional place to play this kind of music. So I don't know, this chord to me it feels like something. It feels kind of heavy. It feels like some sort of emotion. Whatever emotion you connect with is what it is. Remember to add your melodies and just feel it. And be percussive. Now I can overdo the pentatonic sometimes and the hammer-ons and pull-offs, but it's okay. Yep. So that's that for tonight, and I'm tired, so I'm gonna go ahead to bed. And this was cool. Doing another video. I think I like doing this, so I'm gonna try to keep doing it. And maybe I'll get better at it as I keep going. But anyway, thanks for watching, y'all. Talk soon.